to Violet May Handmade. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Samantha, and we're a mother and daughter who love all things sewing.
So we're coming to you with a very exciting video today.
Yes.
So this is our first ever collaboration video, and the person that we're collaborating with is Carole from Carole.
So I'm sure you all know Carole, but if you don't, she has an amazing channel which we love watching, and we just love everything she makes. She makes really nice things. So we approached Carole to see if she would do a collab with us, and she was so excited, and we were so excited that she said she would do one with us.
So we're going to link Carole's channel down below as well as the video. So once you finished our video, you can go and watch hers and see what she made.
We can't wait to see what she made,
I
actually.
know, I can't really imagine what it is, but
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see it. So after a little bit of discussion, Carole suggested making a blouse. Now that made us quite nervous to begin with.
I said to Caitlin, a blouse? Does that mean buttons and buttonholes?
But we decided that we would push ourselves out of our comfort zone because we usually just make dresses and stuff like that, but a blouse is quite different.
Yeah, or tops that don't have buttons and buttonholes. Yes.
Yeah, because we're a little bit scared of the buttonhole function.
Yes.
So anyway, we've made 2 blouses quite successfully, I'd say.
Yes, not without heartache, but yes.
So the blouse that I've ended up making is the Vetiver top, which is a pattern by French Navy. Now this was not the blouse that I wanted to make. I started a different blouse and I made it all up and I just didn't like it. I felt like it just was too much. And so I decided to abandon that one and make this one.
It had a big collar, didn't it? Yeah.
And it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
So there's 2 versions to this pattern. There's style A, which is shorter and has a ruffle across the bottom, and then there's style B, which is just a plain straight version. So I have always loved this little version with the ruffle. I actually got this pattern for my birthday last year in July, and I still haven't got around to making it. But that is what I'm wearing here. So I use this blue cotton fabric with these like red sort of poppies.
Yeah, I think they're poppies, yeah.
On it. So I've made up the blouse and I would say that I am quite happy with it. I think it looks
beautiful on you, yeah.
So this style A here is actually shorter than style B to begin with, and then you add the ruffle. But I actually made a 12 version, and after making that one and putting it on, I decided to lengthen like the main body, so like this bit. I lengthened that by 1 inch because I just felt like it was way too short.
It's still short now though, isn't it, really? So it's quite a short pattern.
I would make it longer again next time in the body. I just feel like for the type of blouse it is, I think it could do with actually being longer.
Yes.
And then I should have noticed just by looking at this drawing, like that ruffle is quite short. But the fabric that I've used is a cotton, so it's obviously not like the most drapey. But I'm not sure whether you can see, but the ruffle is very short and it actually sort of like sticks out quite a lot, which I don't love. But I still think it's really cute.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And it was actually big enough that I could get it over my head without doing buttonholes. So I took the easy way out.
Yes, you cheated.
Yes, I did. So I've just sewn buttons on, and the buttons are grey with sort of goldy flecks in them.
I think they tie in really well with the
with like the stem
vines.
bit. Yeah,
they look really good.
So overall, I'm really happy with the blouse. I think that it's really nice. I love the fabric, and I would make a couple of changes next time. I would definitely lengthen this ruffle, and I would lengthen the top. I think that would make it really nice.
Yeah.
Maybe even just by 1/2 inch for this ruffle. I just feel like it just needs a little bit more.
Yeah, it is a little bit short.
But I really enjoyed the construction of it. So it's got princess seams on the front and the back, and then this neckline is bias bound all the way around. And then the button placket is just folded in, so I didn't need to attach anything for that. And then the way that the ruffle is put on the bottom, it's all really neat on the inside. And I'm just really happy with like the finish of it. I think that it's really nice, and the instructions were good. Yeah, I'm so thrilled with it.
One thing to add though is they do French seams, which you didn't actually do.
Yeah, they do all French seams for the princess seams and the shoulder seams and stuff like that. I just decided that it wasn't necessary. I didn't usually do French seams. I'm just happy with the overlock on the insides.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of work for not really.
If it had have been a more delicate fabric, more like a rayon,
possibly.
I might have.
Yes.
But just as a cotton, I think that it's fine. And I actually think it would have made the princess seams quite bulky.
True, yeah. For mine, I decided to do the B6686. There's actually not a huge amount of blouse patterns around, so
no, we did struggle
trying to find one that we liked. So originally I was doing version B, which is this one here, so with a little frill on the edge of the sleeves. I'll insert a photo here now of the frill. It just looked like something from the 80s. It was terrible. I think the reason being is my fabric it's a cotton as well, and it's not a stiff fabric, but it didn't sort of gather nicely, and there was sort of no drape, and it just looked terrible.
And it all like sticked out from here. It did, awful.
Yes, it was really, really bad. So I ended up just having to hem the sleeve, and it's ended up as version A there. It's quite funny about the sleeves. When I was doing the sleeves, I did the first one and I really wasn't happy with it, but I really don't know what possessed me, but I decided I would push ahead and do the second sleeve. But the universe was telling me that I shouldn't be doing it. Like, I sewed the sleeve on the wrong way round, and then I got a pucker in it and I fixed that, and then I found another pucker and I fixed that. So it was really telling me that I shouldn't be doing the sleeve.
And then after that, our iron just suddenly blew up. Like, we were just using it and then it just stopped working entirely.
It did. And then once I'd fixed the puckers and everything, and I was doing my overlocking, I broke a needle. So they were not meant to be. I still think it looks lovely. I mean, I would have liked the ruffle sleeves. And I also attempted to put a little pleat in the sleeve like the S8883, because the sleeve is just a tiny bit shorter than the S8883, so
because it's sort of that grown on shape, the same as
the same shape. Yeah, that's right.
But going back to using a softer fabric, I think that the collar wouldn't have looked as nice in a softer fabric, because the cotton held that really nicely.
Yes. So this is something I've never really, a lot of the techniques in this blouse I've never ever done before. So I've never done a collar. On the back it has a yoke that's gathered, which I've never done anything like that before either. And then the dreaded buttons and buttonholes. My blouse does actually have functioning buttonholes. Caitlin did the buttonholes and I sewed the buttons on, so it was a bit of a team effort. So overall, I'm actually really, really happy with my blouse. So I made a couple of adjustments. I made a practice one first, and I found that it was just a little bit long and it just was pulling a little bit on the hip area. So I shortened it by an inch, was it? Yeah, an inch, just to make it that little bit a nicer fit on the bottom. The other adjustment I made was there were 6 buttons, but I don't like things that are really high up here, so I didn't put any buttons up the top, and I've just got 4 buttons, and there is a reasonable gap on the bottom, but on the pattern there is a reasonable gap as well, but I just needed that little bit of extra room in the hip area, so I brought my button up a tiny bit.
I love it on you. I think that it's so beautiful.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I think it really suits you, and I think it looks lovely.
Yes. Oh, and it has got a curved hem, which I haven't ever done that before either. So there was a lot of techniques that I had never done before. The other thing with this pattern too is there is hand sewing, which I didn't realise when I started, but the back yoke has like a facing that you need to hand sew, and then also the collar, you have to hand sew on the collar as well. So there is a lot of technical details in this blouse, but I am really, really thrilled with it. I would like to try it again and see if I used a different fabric. Getting the little frill on the sleeve I think would be nice, yeah. The only one thing I don't like about it is the sleeve is huge because it is the grown on sleeve, and if you don't have the frill on it, it is very long and sort of open, so I need to just do something to sort of, I don't know.
Like close up the gap.
Close it up, yeah, just to make it a little less gapey on the sleeve. But other than that, I'm really thrilled with it, and I'm really proud of myself for pushing myself out of my comfort zone and doing all these different techniques that I have never done before.
So overall, we've got 2 very successful blouses.
Yes.
So we'll put in some video footage and some photos at the end of us wearing them.
So you can see more of the details, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much to Carole for collaborating with us. We've really, really enjoyed it.
We have, yes.
So don't forget to check out her video, which will be linked down below.
Yep.
So thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed.
Until next time, happy sewing. So that's all I really need to say. Yes.
like